So what they used to do before was they would dig a hole, they keep you there, and you'll be there for 5 days. The course of everything. Then some women will come and bath you there because you cannot carry your nonsense back into the house where the family lives. So you just be there in the hole, just there.
After the whole happens, they cover it.
Yes, like in mud, it's mud this thing now, so they just dig a hole for you there and then. I can't even begin to imagine the smell, the everything of that place because this is blood we're talking about.
Journey back. I want to do like Flash. I think Flash is to travel through time. That's what we are doing today. Have you ever wondered what ladies used in times past? The Victorian era, the era our parents, our grandparents, great. So we really want to picture, because obviously we cannot really, I don't think we were able to fathom what they were using or how they felt when they were in the period. But we want to try and say, if I was using this, how my life would be, right? Yeah. Guys, we're talking about the evolution of period today.
Welcome to my period chronicles, guys. Your guest, I'll be your host. Hey,
anyone?
It's your host, Adit Tayo, and I'm here with my co-host.
Thank you.
Bidemi Adedire, looking smashing in this top that I'm going to steal after.
Steal what?
I'm going to steal.
You won't see me after now.
I know it's your house.
You're not going to see her.
And our beautiful guest, Anna Imo. Is it Anna or Hannah? Hannah, I'm sorry. Hannah Imo. Welcome. Please tell us about yourself and what you do.
Okay. As you already know, my name is Hannah. I am the programs coordinator at NOB Foundation.
Amazing.
Yes, and at NOB Foundation, we reach out to 2 focus groups and do education and awareness campaigns on malaria treatment and prevention. So, at the 2 focus groups are sickle cell and pregnant women.
Can I just say that not every organization is this specific?
Yes.
Like, you didn't just say, okay, we want to tackle malaria. You're choosing focus groups.
Yes.
You say, we want to focus on sickle cell, right? And we want to focus on pregnant women. That's pretty amazing.
It is great.
Yeah. So why that is because both focus groups are not susceptible to getting malaria. So in order to prevent it, we help them with their routine medicines. So for free, we help the pregnant women and the sickle cell warriors with their routine medicines for free.
Wow.
And we do that by visiting them sometimes or them reaching out to us wherever they may be and giving it to them.
Wow. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Tell us about, because obviously this is my period chronicles and we always ask each of our guests to share their personal experience. We've been sharing ours back to back. Like, if there was ever a time when I wasn't comfortable about talking about my period, after this podcast, even we've dealt with it. So tell us about your period experience.
For me, my period has been so far normal because I was always prepared.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I didn't start early, so I made sure to research about it
Before starting. How old were you when you started?
I was 16.
How lucky. She had years to prepare.
No, the thing is, now we are saying how lucky. But then she was feeling...
Of course, very, very left out. Like, my juniors in school and at home.
People that were punishing.
Like, they already seen their periods and I was just moving life, going out with my daily life, like, as if nothing is happening.
Were you worried?
At some point when I became 16, I was, because I was like, this is not normal anymore. Maybe I'll just wait 1 more year when I'm 17, go and see a doctor if he doesn't come. developing from it.
What about your parents? Were they worried?
No, they were not worried. It's a normal.
It was different in their time. In their time, you'd even get to 18, sometimes even 20 before you get your period. But at one time, you see people like 10, 8, 9 having their periods. I think that's why it was very. But did you ever get into a confrontation? I know this is a silly question where you're trying to punish your junior and they now use it to shade you. Like,
No.
you're not a woman yet.
No.
She seems, very cool. She's that kind of senior that everybody likes.
Yeah.
Not the one with. No. Okay. So Hannah, today we are talking about the evolutionary period, and I've got it because I can't put all these things in my head, so I've saved them, and I want to, I'm going to read them out, and then we'll try to picture how it works. Yeah. First of all, I'd like us to pay homage to a black woman who is the reason our period experiences are kind of better. Her name is Mary Beatrice Kerner. She is the woman who invented simple sanitary pads for women. Because of her, people like you and I can go about our businesses, even though we don't do that. But yeah, it's not like we are digging a hole and sitting in it. We are going there. So let's see what happened in I have something here. 3000 BC to the 5th century. Historians believe that ancient Greek women used to make tampons using softened papyrus and by wrapping bits of wood with lint. Some women were also thought to use sea sponges as tampons, a practice that is still in use today. I feel like this is crazy.
You see those Greek and Egyptians,
right?
You need to go and hack, because a lot of the things that they did in like ancient civilization, we see them coming back.
Right.
All of these ideas don't just spring out of nowhere. Somebody has done it before.
I was fascinated when I saw this. I'm like, whoa, 3000 BC.
All of the linen and all of those things that they were wearing. I'm not about to have blood stains.
Right?
Yeah.
It was just, okay, let's look at the 5th to the 15th century. Women used rags as makeshift pads, leading to the term on the rag. It became a term. So it became a slang for menstruation. During the medieval period, there was a lot of religious shame surrounding menstruation. Yeah. Menstrual blood was considered dirty because they are body excesses. Some even believed that drinking it would cause leprosy. Why would you think to drink that?
Let's start with that.
Like, why would it?
Even if it's a punishment, like, why does somebody want to drink? No, it's not.
Okay. The time period, actually the word period, came to use. It became popular in 1822, right? And we are still using it today. Do you think period was stuff? It's just period.
It's better than menses. I will use it.
What name do you call menstruation sometimes if you don't want to use the word menstruation?
Period.
It depends on who I'm talking to.
Right.
So I'm talking to a guy, just say it's like red redemption. That's what a lot of them call it.
You call it red redemption?
Sometimes.
This is my first time hearing red redemption.
Are you serious?
Serious.
A lot of men, when I'm not happy or my stomach hurts. First thing they just ask is red redemption. Like, yeah, that's how I bring it. It's guys that I hate.
The one that I don't like, that it makes me angry. Me that I'm already angry. Your visitor don't come. What is wrong with
your
you?
auntie?
Okay, let's go to the 1850s. Women paint cotton and flannel when it's that time of the month.
Flannel is really thick. So, okay, well, I can understand for absorption, but it must have been really uncomfortable having that underneath you.
How do you work with it? It's already uncomfortable.
Flannel is thick on its own before you now, from what you say, there's stuffing in the cotton. Having that all day or all through that period, I'm just wondering all of the reactions, because even pads, even tampons give you, tampons are not even rubbing against anything. They give you reactions after some time. Sometimes you give it for like a few minutes more, you have rashes and all of that. Then we're talking about flannel that it's not even like smooth enough.
I feel like then being born a woman was already a problem.
Yeah, it was a problem. You were a second class citizen.
Right? And if you were a black woman,
It's even worse.
not, and then this is also, I don't know.
I
Do you think you would have survived if you were in this?
They would have killed me. They would
Right.
have burnt me on the stake.
Right.
Because I would have looked for a way out. And you know, anything that women did at that time to sort of anything that was out of the ordinary, you were tied the witch and you were going to be burnt. They would have burnt me. Because I cannot be carrying flannel up and down. I can't. I wouldn't know. We wouldn't know because we're not in that time. We'll probably just say, oh, this is what life is and just take it like that.
What do you think?
I would have gone for the second option.
What option is that?
It was the second option.
Okay.
Option?
What's the second option?
The flannel.
Before the flannel.
No, here I'm seeing sanitary pad then was a rubber apron with a strap that runs between the legs to prevent blood from getting on woman's skirt. Do you want the second option now?
I try to understand.
Like,
We are going to talk about the menstrual belt soon.
hmm.
I think that one was
Those
the
were
menstrual
dark
belts
times.
were absorbent fabrics that can be pinned. It will be pinned on you. It came into use in the late 19th century, but they were
So like what, like a diaper?
I think they were pretty.
like a diaper maybe.
Yes. It's weird.
Very weird.
I think
You guys, you'll be
Look
seeing
for
pictures of
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
Actually, you're going to be seeing pictures of this. 1896, Lister store, the first pad that hit the market. But because menstruation was still a huge taboo, women did not want to be seen buying it.
Wow.
Even back then in Lagos, when I was selling for my mom,
Mm-hmm.
whenever ladies come to buy pad, they make us wrap it and wrap it and wrap it. Like, what is going on here? I can't finish on the lineup we have in this show, but they actually made us do that. So
It's crazy. Even now, even in
Yeah.
supermarkets, you buy tampons or pads. Tampons come in a carton, in a box. They are packing it. Maybe you buy food items.
they pack
You
it
put the food
separately.
items in one bag. Then they'll put it up only in one bag. Or if you maybe you buy like body spray and all those other things,
Yeah.
don't have those ones.
Like it's not supposed to
It's
be
not.
together.
You should not touch food. You should not touch anything.
So this is why whoever invented this probably never made sales because women didn't want to be seen buying it. They would rather be uncomfortable than go buy comfort.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Okay, let's look at 1919, like 1919. During this period, there was a concept of menotoxins, a name for the poison in women's menstrual flow that causes wine to spoil and flowers to wilt.
I don't understand.
I don't too.
First of all, what did the experiment?
Very valid question.
Do you know that?
Experiment.
I feel like most of the things women go through now, someone just woke up and came up with it. I'm like, women should never be here. Women should never be this, right? Because I don't
And a
get
lot of
it.
them use the guise of religion because I don't understand how you'd say that something that is supposed to bring life would make flowers wilt. It makes sense.
It's like you are subconsciously saying a woman has a tendency of being tagged a witch.
But in that era,
It was happening.
you blink twice, you're a witch. You cough, you're a witch. Anything you do,
If they want to punish you for not accepting or their advances,
Yes.
you're a witch.
Yes. Yes. They'll first try one terrible exorcism on you,
Right?
then they'll say it will not work.
And then they will take
So
you to
sad.
an unfair trial. The trial where you can actually never speak and you're God. Wait, why are we talking about this? We're supposed to be talking about my period chronicles. But we have to talk about this.
We have to.
Because this is just an aspect of what women were going through back then.
It's just an aspect. This is the time when women were not allowed to read. They were not allowed to
Write.
You just be there. The best they were allowed to do was sew. To sew clothes and maybe
I'm
farm.
thinking if I was a wife in that era, I would not want a girl child.
No, true.
Because I wouldn't want them to go through what
But
I'm
then
going through.
conditioning would have been different. You probably have a girl child and they said, oh, this is the way the world is.
There was nothing like love for girls then.
Yeah.
Marriage was always a transactional.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a purpose attached to marriage. You are clearing your debts the moment you have a daughter. It still happens now though.
Yeah. It does.
Sorry, let's go back to the evolution.
Yeah, it's coming depressing.
In 1920, French nurses invented the modern pad. Okay. A blend of acrylic cotton used for bandages to soak up their menstrual blood. Cortex, it's Cortex, right? Cortex got an idea to produce a cellulose pad around the same time. Johnson and Johnson rebranded Lister Stowells, okay, as Nupac, a name that would betray their purpose with similarly elusive packaging. Pad sales finally took off. They weren't selling because women obviously were ashamed of buying, at least among the wealthy white women who frequent department stores. Consumers took a box of pads and would leave a nickel on the department store counter for total discretion. Why would I need discretion to buy pads?
It's just what we're talking about like in the last episode now. It's the conditioning. They made us feel like, oh, you're doing this in your desk. Even now, you go and buy, hey, God. So I told you, you know how I grew up with my grandmother now and all of that. And then I go and buy pads sometimes. And I bought pads on me, and you know those blue nylons that are transparent? And they put it. She threw a tantrum. The whole world now know that you're on your period. I'm looking at her like, but am I not? What is the issue? So it's been something that I don't know how long we'd have to talk about this to take it
Off
out
of
of our minds. It's something I'll call it a stronghold that has been placed. We're like generations. So it's going to take a lot of work to break it down till we don't care anymore. Honestly.
Okay. In 1931, someone invented the modern tampon, cotton applicator and all. And then from 1933 to 1940s, tampons were advertised to married women only, as people believed that you can lose your virginity by using them.
Hey, thank God for education. Thank God.
What product do you use, Hannah?
Morphe.
Okay.
Yes. And always, sometimes, I don't have one specific.
You might just have brands that you're comfortable with.
I don't really. Yeah, there are some I'm definitely comfortable. There are some I don't. Is that the only one you have? I'm going to another store.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Okay, so here, Jesus, even veggies catch 3 bullets. Tampons are marketed as a smarter alternative to standard tampons with applicators that meant without napkins. Whew. Wow. From the 1975 to 1981, tampons hit the market. They are ultra absorbent, made of polyester, but these materials also breed bacteria more easily than cotton. So that became a problem. And when awareness hit, there was awareness about it, it was recalled within that same month. And then from 1985 to 2003, the word period is spoken out loud in a commercial for the first time ever by Courtney Cox.
Congratulations to them.
I'm telling you, it must have been a big relief.
It must have been a bold move for her.
Very bold move.
In a commercial. And imagine people refusing to talk about period. They would rather call it the cause or call it something else. And then
She probably got backlash for it.
I think she just said, you know what?
This one is not.
She doesn't care anymore.
It's not a. You know, they held their. What's it called? I don't want to say respect. They held their reputations very high. So there were certain things that you couldn't do.
I know the funny thing. Once a woman decides to be bold, she becomes the rebellious one.
Yes.
She becomes
They used
women
to
like
ruined.
her. Yes.
You're ruined in the eye of society.
And then in the society, you find out people don't want to relate with you. Women like you don't want to talk to you anymore for doing something that they secretly think about and wish they could do.
Yes. It was a terrible time.
I think we women need to stand up. If we were more united, probably some of these things would have been done and dusted way back. But because women are the first persons to tell you, I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore, your reputation has been tarnished, etc. That's it.
They are the ones that tarnish your reputation, because they're the ones that carry the gist from one point to the other. It's like that.
Gossip.
It was crazy.
Okay, so let's see. 2000s. Menstrual cups came back into fashion as an environmentally safe alternative to pads and tampons. Then 2013 to 2015, the trend towards more transparency and broader consumer awareness leads an opportunity for direct to consumer companies like Cora, it started becoming something that people would talk about. So women were not caring about what they put into their bodies, and they were looking out for alternative options. So it's like we are now open to knowing more about products that we can use.
Yeah.
Which, that felt like a breakthrough, right? But 2013 was not so far back. Right? Sometimes I read some about this historical happening. I'm like, this thing did happen not quite long ago.
Like so long ago. Like our grandparents saw these things and they're still alive and they still talk to them. So it's not as long as you think.
Now I wish we got one of our grandparents to come and share their experience.
Experience.
Right? Do you think anyone would have been open to talking about it?
My grandmother was open to talking about her own. Around the time when she was a young child, they had just stopped doing the whole thing. So what they used to do before was they would dig a hole, they would keep you there, and you'd be there for 5 days the course of everything. Then some women will come and bath you there because you cannot carry your nonsense back into this house where the family lives. So you just be there in the hole, just there.
After the whole happens, they cover it.
Yes, like in mud, it's mud thing now, so they just dig a hole for you there and then. I can't even begin to imagine the smell, the everything of that place because this is blood we're talking about.
Have you heard from your parents or grandparents how they took care of themselves? How do you think you would survive if you were, living in their time?
Well, it will be funny and it's very humiliating to go through what she just talked about.
Yeah.
Being a hole and staying there for days. So what is my period of 5 days? 4 days. So I'll be there for like 4 days.
Mine is 7 days.
So
1 week.
So somebody will be there for like 1 week. And she said the whole, like,
you sit down and
no, I
you
can't even imagine
Well,
it.
I don't know.
What about
she
you
didn't
things
fully
come and
experience
bite
it. She
you?
was still a child then.
It's bad.
They evolved from that to rags, so they would have rags from like their old piece of clothing. In fact, she said that's how they know that they are not pregnant. So after the period, they'll push it under their bed. Then when it's time for the next period, they'll go and drag it out. So when you have not gone under the bed 1 month, 2 months, you now realize something is wrong. That's when you know that you're pregnant.
Okay.
Should I'm looking at you?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2016 to date, menstrual days, menstrual cups, tampons, pads. We have options. We've got alternatives. Let's just say, I don't know. Can it get better than this?
Well, I don't underestimate science. I don't underestimate, constant experimentation.
What do you think can happen?
Maybe there would be a chip that they can invent and just put. And period will cease. You can set timetable for your period.
I'm with you.
I don't want to go out today. You can come today. Pause today. Let me go out tomorrow. Then come back.
Oh yes, that would be awesome. Yeah.
I hope so, honestly.
I hope that happens.
I hope so.
I'll be the first one. Bring it. But yeah, I don't know if you can get better than this because there's so many options, so many brands. It's. I feel like it's a multi-million-dollar industry.
I was going
now.
to say we have to talk about the politics that are regulating the business as well because even if they are like mind-blowing innovations that will come that we don't need or to depend on all of these things, these companies will fight it because that's their source of livelihood. If that's taken away, and these are people who have connections with the powers that be. So I feel like they would even stop it from happening if there was. But let's just be hopeful or dive into science so that's done.
Well, at least women are no longer ashamed of looking out for things that they're comfortable with.
Some people still are. We're talking about, funny enough, I was just talking about this with my friends a few days ago, how we talk to ourselves. We don't realize that for our exposure, the amount of, let's even use Nigeria, let's not even go to other countries, because this menstrual thing we're talking about, when I was doing research like weeks ago, I'm not sure if it's Indonesia or
one of these
those places, either South America or Asia, where they still banish you when you're on your period.
Like this time and era.
Yes, now it still happens. They have like a hut in the rural areas, in the villages. They have a hut where it's called it how something, I can't remember it now. You go there and you are there till the end of your period. You are not allowed to hold, like I'm holding this, she's not allowed to touch the other end if she's on her period. So I just push you there and you're there come and drop food. You know, really drop food for Christmas now.
There is only so much you can do to a human, not a woman. When you keep making them feel this way, then they begin to feel that maybe I don't deserve to be treated like normal, right?
True. It's crazy.
Guys, this is the evolution of period. There is more. You all can go read up. Thank God for internet, right? We can search for more.
Ask your grandparents
what they were using, right? And then go figure out what people have been using. I don't know, we should be thankful, but let's not forget that these things are becoming pretty expensive now. So I'm saying once again, we need to do something about that. That being said, thank you so much, Hannah, for your time. You've been amazing.
Thank you.
We should talk after, by the way, about the foundation.
Yes.
I'm going to talk after. See you guys.
Bye.